Tomy's Turn the Terrible Tank. This is a really cool motorized action game from the late 70s, early 80s. Made by Tomy, the people who made one of my favorite toys, the Tomy Big Loader, which I did a podcast episode on for the Toy Tune podcast, and also made a video on as well. I'll put a link to those two items down below in the notes if you want to go check them out. But anyway, as I was saying, this is a really cool action game. Basically what it has a motorized tank that goes back and forth on this track. And you have two players that are shooting steel BBs back and forth in the track to make the tank change direction and go the other way. When the tank gets to the end of the track, it destroys that player's base. It just flips up off the track, which is really cool to see. This toy back in 1980 was going for around $12.77, which in today's money in 2021 it'd be around $27.94, which still is not a bad price. I think it's still a very affordable toy if it was being sold today as it was back in 1980. I didn't have one of these growing up. This came out about the time I was getting interested in other things like cars and stuff like that. But I did have a couple friends that had this toy, and we had a good time playing around with it. It's got some really great box art on here. It has a real nice representation of the tank. The tank itself is extremely cool. I think it's a really great design that Tomy has. Alright, so let's open the box up. Take a look at what's inside. Now I don't have none of the original cardboard anymore like I used to. But I did get the original instructions, which is cool. But I'm going to go through each piece individually, so let's cut the video and take a look at the individual pieces. Of course, first in the box we have the instruction manual. It shows how to hook everything up, how to play the game, where to put the labels on. You got your scoring counter, how to interlock the track together. It's a really simple game to assemble. Shows assembling the thing, putting the base on top of the little flip thing. What's really cool about this game is when the tank gets the other base, it actually flips off the gunner station. It's really cool to see. It's really cool. How to play, all that good stuff. I'm kind of happy this one I got a hold of had the instruction sheet still in it and in really good shape. So what else we got in here? Of course we have the tank itself. It's pretty well detailed. It's a really cool looking tank. I dig this front end. It's got the little screw mechanism looking thing. The turret does turn depending on which direction it's going. On the front is a reset. You hit that after you play around to put the tank back into neutral. And down here you'll see this little paddle right there. So when the steel ball hits it, it'll flip it forward or back, depending on which side it hits it on, and that'll change the direction of the tank for it to go the other way. Hit the reset, get it back to center again. Of course, on the back we have our on-off switch. Runs on 2 AA batteries, which are located underneath this compartment door here, like so. It's pretty awesome. So let's turn it on real quick. You can see what kind of action it does here. So you notice how this piece is going up and down. That correlates to what the paddle's doing up underneath the tank as well. You see the paddle going up and coming back down. So when you hear that snap, that means the paddle's fully extended. So basically what you're watching for is that thing being at the top of its stroke. That's when you would shoot at it, get the tank to change directions. So when the paddle flips, let's say we go one direction here. So if I hit the paddle from the opposite side, there we go, snaps, there we go. It'll flip around and go the opposite way. Isn't that cool? I had to restore this. It didn't run when I originally got it. I put a new motor in it. Oh, it's pretty good now. So also in the box we have our 2 stations here. We have Alpha Force and Zero Squad. And then when the tank hits his bar right there, it'll flip this little arm up. And that's what flips off one of the gunner stations. So here's the gunner stations. Pretty cool. Here's that one for Zero Squad. And right back here we have our mechanism to shoot the little steel balls. You have your magazine right here. So the balls, you can see how many shots you have left. And of course we have the track itself, which has little serrations in it so the tank has a better grip. And then of course we have the central piece, which has the scoring dials. So each player, as they went around, will move this forward so you see what the final score is. And then inside of here, this is where the little steel balls are kept for the game, so you don't lose them. And it snaps back up in place like so. Pretty cool. And there's the other piece of track for the other side. So it assembles really easy. It's very straightforward. So I think what we'll do now is I'll get the game all assembled, and my wife and I will play a few rounds against each other. Oh, shot too early. Oh, there it comes. I blocked you. Oh! You want to try to block the other guy. Oh, you're going to do so. There we go. Uh-oh. Oh, you got hit. All right. We put it back in neutral. Oh, yeah. Oh, shoot. Oh, no. Oh. So now we're going to do the tiebreaker. Neutral switch. All right. Oh, I missed it. Oh, here's the hey! Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, it is. And I still have 7 BBs.